I think both PA teams are going to be bad this year. I'm going to say that.
Yeah,
I am
bad. Yeah, and I don't know. I don't want to jump the gun here on what you might have had for the rundown. I know you said to come ready with another storyline that I might be interested in.
Yes, go
The
for it.
Penguins are so I came in with one for your request. Sidney Crosby trade watch is, I think, one of the big stories I'm looking at this season. It's happening. Don't know when. Don't know to who.
Who do you want?
Because
let's get the dartboard out.
Well, I mean, it's going to depend obviously on cap space. This might sound crazy, and this is where you got to really like look at the numbers, look at what you'd have to trade. But it's hard not to think Oilers after seeing what McDavid did on his contract today, right? Like it's a case of, okay, when we saw how odd it was that it came out that it was only $12.5 million, you ask yourself why. And what have the Oilers done these last couple of years? They've been aggressive at the deadline so that they can go on a run. He's going to be the biggest fish or most talked about fish at the deadline this year. He knows what it takes to win a Stanley Cup. Like, you can start connecting those dots there in the relationship that Crosby and McDavid have from playing together with Canada and stuff. So I don't know that it's going to go that route, but that is going to be, to your point, what you mentioned before, the two PA teams are going to have a lean year. It's going to be a bad year for the Penguins, and it's a matter of time before Crosby gets traded, and it will be a massive. It's going to be like when St. Louis got traded to the Rangers, a guy who is certainly toward the end of his career. He's an all-time great, although St. Louis is not as great as Sidney Crosby. I don't want to conflate that. Somebody who is a genuine Hall of Famer. I'll put it that way. Genuine Hall of Famer is more fair, not necessarily all-time great. Toward the end of his career, but still had plenty left in those legs, and will make an impact on a team. He came to the Rangers. We made it. We made the run that we did to the Stanley Cup. So, like, Crosby can have that impact on a team this year. So, to your point, Penguins are going to suck. Crosby can be in the market. There's going to be a lot of possible suitors. I don't think the Hurricanes would be a suitor because they're in division. I don't think the Rangers would be a suitor because we're in division. I'm looking out of division. You look at the Leafs. I think you look at Canadian teams. Sidney Crosby going to a Canadian team and ending Canada's Stanley Cup drought is, I think, the only thing that Sidney Crosby has left to accomplish in his career. He's not winning another cup with the Penguins. He's already won multiple cups with the Penguins. He's already won a gold medal. The only thing that he can do to put next to his resume now is ending Canada's Stanley Cup drought. Even if the Calgary Flames turned out to be the number one team in Canada this year, I'm not saying that. I don't think they're a playoff team. I'm just using them as an example. If by some miracle they turn out to be the number one team in Canada in hockey this year, Sidney Crosby might go there. Like, I think winning a Stanley Cup for Canada is the last thing that he really has to do.
This is why I have Leafs, Montreal. I know he doesn't want to play there. Put him in that Montreal uniform.
That would be, yeah. Sidney Crosby in an original 6 uniform would be something.